Hello, scrappy friends, and welcome back. I have another scrapbook page, and today we are celebrating Mel W. Scrapbooking, and she hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm also playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem, and we are using this image today for inspiration. And you might wonder, how do you get inspiration from that bright pink flower for a Christmas layout? But I did. So I've been trying to use up some of my older Christmas supplies along with my newer Christmas supplies uh, throughout this December documented album. So this is another page in my December project. And I was working on this at a retreat a week or so ago. And so I remembered that I had all of these poinsettia flowers on these rub-ons. And so I started cutting them out thinking, okay, but I was going to use this red paper. Are they going to show up? And they do. They actually look very cool on this red paper. And while if I'd put them on white, they probably would have been a little more vivid. Um, I kind of like the subtle look that they give on these three corners of this. I guess you could call this a double page layout. So the main page is on the left side is a 6x8, and then the rest of it is the rest. So all the way across is 12x12. So it is, I guess, a little bit larger than 6 inches, and then so probably like 7 and 4 inches ish, a little bit. So by the time you fold it over, that it will be approximately a 6x8 sized page that will fit into one of the Simple Stories binder albums. So here you can see that I'm going through some of my Christmas goodies here, and this is another rub-on that I debated on whether or not it would show up on this red paper. So I saw all these funny Santas in different positions, and I thought that would just be cute to fill in that space down below. So, but I needed to cut off all those words, so I did cut them off all together, and then I used my tiny attacher to make sure that the backing paper stays with that small tiny strip of words. And so I did kind of test it by just, lightly laying down the rub-on. And since they were more opaque on the back, you can actually see them just fine. So once I pull this up, you'll see that those look fantastic on colored backgrounds. So the Santas were actually from Simple Stories, and that was from a collection from last year. And I actually think I just got those rub-ons in a mystery box that I got from Simple Stories. So they have basically like a warehouse box, but I think they apparently probably do it every month, maybe. This is the first time that I had ever done it, that I saw somebody else doing an unboxing and thought, I'm going to go check that out. And noticed that they actually had some of their beach vibes collection that was left over from their May box. And I did not buy any of that, but was actually wanting to use some of it for the beach trip that I just took. So I decided to get the mystery box that I didn't know what I was going to get, and then the May box, which was, I guess, leftovers from what they had from May, but they did disclose what was actually in the box. So I got 2 boxes of Simple Stories goodies, and so you'll see a lot of that stuff coming up here in the future. So here you can see I'm getting those poinsettias down, or poinsettias. How do you say it? I don't know what the right way is, but poinsettia sounds like a good way to say it tonight. So when I'm doing my voiceover. So here I actually had some other words. So up above that picture on the right, it says the joy of toys. On the left side, I believe it says festive. And I think I find one more. Um, no, that's it for rub-ons for words. And then I do eventually here in a little bit come in and add some stickers as well. So here you can see that I haven't added my gold element yet to this page. So I do decide to come in with some embossing. And I'm going to use this Tim Holtz stencil here, and I'm actually using just a blending brush and just dabbing down in over that, I guess you could call it, that looks just like a splatter mixed media stencil there. And so if you just if you don't rub over it too much and just kind of dab down, that it did perfectly, did exactly what I wanted it to do. Just a hint of that stickiness to get the embossing powder down. And here you'll see I'll get the powder going on here. And I did learn a lesson from one of the first pages that I did, that I actually take a fan with me when I am scrapbooking because I tend to get hot. And on the first layout that I used my embossing powder, that I forgot to turn the fan off, and so glitter dust went everywhere. However, the mistake I made on this one was to put it on both corners at the same time, whereas I should have put the powder on one corner, dumped it off, and then put it on the other corner. So I figured out a way to make it work, but yeah, it was a little tricky there for a second. So there you can see my glittery goodness there with my stencil work and embossing powder. And now I think I'm just going to come in and add some little tiny bits that I'm going to pull out the Christmas baubles from a couple years ago. And I pull out some Simple Stories stickers and put, I think, 3 different word strips. One says "so good." The one says "I love you." And that one I just put down says "greetings." And then one of the, I pull out, oh, here's where I'm using the baubles, and I'm going to get some of those stuck down around the page as well. And, excuse me, I am a little stuffy tonight, so, excuse me. Yeah, so here I'm still putting some of those little baubles down. And adding, most of the time I try, oh, I think I put that one back because it was 2 stripes next to each other, and if they weren't going exactly the same direction, they just don't look right. So I ended up putting a stripe and a solid together, and in a couple different places. Let's see. Oh, and apparently I missed some of the footage, so that I did put that tab right there so you can pull that open. And so here are the close-up shots. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave those down below. I will have a playlist of everyone that was playing along with Off the Board, as well as Mixed Media Mayhem and for Mel's playlist. So congratulations, Mel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.